there's any one stretch that I recommend while you're doing traveling, especially if you're doing a long drive, it's the couch stretch. It's a good way to open up those hip flexors, and if you do a turn into it and lean back, you'll be able to hit the psoas as well. So forgive me for the puppy who's in the way to see what my legs are doing. Come on. That way works too. But to get in there, you want to make sure you have the knee down. I use a towel or a pillow under my knee because I have bad knees. And then your other foot is going to be in front of you, kind of like you're doing a regular 90-90 position, but the back foot's going to be up. When you're getting into the actual position itself, you want to start with a really big hip tuck. That way you can start getting that pull on the quad, and then you start sitting yourself up. You'll start to feel that stretch in the quad. Don't just continue to sit up just to sit up. Make sure you keep the core engaged so you're keeping it focused into the hip flexor. If you start to just sit up, if you're here long enough, you will start to feel some lower back pressure. So if you start feeling some of that pain or that tightness in your lower back, then you need to just tip forward, but keep that hip tuck emphasized. Once you're here, you're able to just hold this as long as you like to. I sometimes will sit in this for a minute, 2 minutes, and then switch to the other side. But as I'm going, I want to make sure I'm keeping that core engaged, keeping the hips tucked, so I keep that pull on that quad as much as possible. If you want to make this more intense, you can either bring the back knee towards the couch more, or you can start sliding the foot forward and leaning your hips forward into it. Again, not losing that hip tuck as you're going. When I was back in gymnastics, I used to be able to take this down into pretty much a full split with the leg up on the wall. That's just one of our ways that we used to get our splits to be a little bit more flexible. Now to do it with the twist, you would just take your torso, turn towards the opening direction of your leg, so turn towards the knee that's down, reach your arm above your ears or above your head, and then you just start leaning back towards the corner that's about 45 degrees away from you. What I mean by that, if this is right in front of you, this would be 90, the 45 would be back that way. So you'll take that turn and you'll just start leaning into it this way. So you'll start to feel it in that torso, and then you'll feel it down into the psoas. Sometimes it won't move too much in the hip flexor or the quad. It kind of depends on where your inflexibility is. I also do recommend if you need a table or some extra support, you can put something next to you here. That way, as you're doing the twist, you don't have to worry about so much of the balance, and you can just start twisting. Ooh, just like that. Also, if you want to train with us over at ARC Training Gym, hit the description in the link below. Hit the link in the description below.